Join me as I dive into the world of billion-dollar thinkers and see if I can turn my own failures into massive success. Today, I want to talk about something that I think is really fascinating, and that's how some of the most successful people in the world have turned failure into massive success. I'm talking about people like Steve Jobs, who got fired from his own company, or J.K. Rowling, who was a single mom living on welfare when she started writing Harry Potter. These are people who didn't let failure hold them back, and instead, used it as fuel to drive their success. When we think about failure, we often think about the business world, where it's a constant threat. Many of us have been brought up to believe that failure is bad, that it's something to be ashamed of, and that it's a sign of weakness. This perception can be really discouraging, especially for aspiring entrepreneurs who are trying to make their mark. The fear of failure can hold us back from taking risks, from pursuing our passions, and from pushing ourselves to be our best selves. We're often led to believe that successful people are successful because they're lucky, or because they're just naturally talented, but the truth is, most successful people have experienced failure at some point in their lives. In fact, many of them have experienced massive failure, but they didn't let that failure define them. Instead, they used it as an opportunity to learn and grow, and it's that resilience that ultimately led to their success. The business world can be cutthroat, and it's easy to get caught up in the idea that failure is the end of the world. But the reality is, failure is just a stepping stone to success. It's a chance to reevaluate, to learn from our mistakes, and to come back stronger and more determined than ever. Take Sara Blakely, for example, the founder of Spanx. She failed the LSAT not once, not twice, but 3 times, and she was devastated. But instead of giving up, she used that failure as an opportunity to pursue her passion for inventing, and she came up with the idea for Spanx. Today, she's one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the world. Or take Arianna Huffington, the founder of Huffington Post. She was rejected by 36 publishers when she tried to publish her second book, and she was told that she was too old to start a new business. But she didn't let that failure hold her back. Instead, she used it as fuel to drive her success, and today, she's one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Then there's the story of Howard Schultz, the founder of Starbucks. He was fired from his own company, and he was left with nothing. But instead of giving up, he used that failure as an opportunity to reevaluate and come back stronger. He eventually bought back his company, and today, Starbucks is one of the most successful brands in the world. One pivotal moment for Howard Schultz was when he decided to take a risk and expand Starbucks into Italy. It was a bold move, but it paid off, and it marked a turning point in the company's history. For Sara Blakely, it was the moment when she decided to take a chance and pitch her idea to a manufacturer, despite being rejected multiple times before. These are moments where they could have given up, but instead, they chose to push forward, and it paid off in a big way. The key takeaway here is that failure is not the end of the world. In fact, it's often a necessary step on the path to success. What's important is how we respond to failure, and whether we choose to learn from it, or let it define us. The most successful people in the world are those who have learned to embrace failure, and to use it as fuel to drive their success. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever experienced failure, and how did you overcome it? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to learn more about overcoming obstacles in entrepreneurship, check out my video on that topic.